I bet you didn't know the secret behind everyday plastic products. Plastic parts are everywhere, from toothbrushes to airplane components, but behind every plastic part is a precision-made mold. I bet you didn't know how crucial plastic molds are to our everyday lives. Plastic mold or plastic mold refers to a custom-made hollow form or cavity used in various plastic manufacturing processes to shape molten or soft plastic into a desired final product. But what makes this process so efficient? The answer lies in the mold itself, a precision tool built to withstand pressure, heat, and thousands of cycles. I bet you didn't know there are different types of injection molds. Let's break them down. A two-plate mold is one of the most basic and commonly used types of injection molds in plastic manufacturing. It consists of two main parts, plates that open and close during the molding cycle. The structure of a two-plate mold includes the cavity plate, which is the stationary side attached to the injection molding machine and holds the mold cavity shape of the part. The core plate is attached to the movable side of the injection molding machine, which open and close the mold and contains the core that shapes the other side of the plastics part. A three-plate mold is an advanced version of the two-plate mold used in plastic injection molding. It adds an extra plate for greater flexibility, especially in gate placement and part quality. It consists of three main plates: the cavity plate or A plate, which is the fixed side and forms the outer shape of the plastics part; the core plate or B plate, which is the movable side and forms the inner shape; and the runner plate or intermediate plate, which sits between the cavity and core plates and holds the runner and gate system. Hot runner mold is a more effective injection molding system. A hot runner mold is a type of injection mold that uses heated channels to keep the plastic in a molten state as it flows from the injection unit to the mold cavities. I bet you didn't know how versatile injection molding can be. Family molds, insert molds, and overmolding are key techniques that make it all possible. A family mold is an injection mold designed to produce two or more different plastic parts in one molding cycle using the same mold base. All parts are injected simultaneously into separate cavities within the same mold. Insert molds and overmolding, combining materials, embedding components into plastic parts. Insert molding is an injection molding process where a pre-formed part, the insert often made of metal, is placed into a mold and molten plastic is injected around it to create a single integrated component. Choosing the right mold type depends on your part, geometry, material, budget, and volume. This is going to blow your mind. Let's open one up. An injection mold has two halves, the cavity side and the core side. When they close, they form the shape of your part. Core and cavity are the heart of an injection mold. In plastic injection molding, core and cavity are the two main components of a mold that come together to form the shape of a plastic part. Sprue, the main channel for molten plastic. In injection molding, a sprue is the main passage through which molten plastic enters the mold from the injection nozzle. It connects the machine's nozzle to the runner system, which then distributes the plastic to each cavity. Runners, the pathways for molten plastic in a mold. In injection molding, runners are the channels that guide molten plastic from the sprue to the gates, which then feed the mold cavities where the parts are formed. This is gonna blow your mind. Gates, cooling channels, and ejector pins are the unsung heroes of injection molding. In injection molding, gates are the small openings that connect the runner system to the mold cavities. They control how the molten plastic flows into the cavity to form the part. Cooling channels, keeping the mold temperature just right. Cooling channels are hollow pathways inside the mold through which coolant, usually water, flows to remove heat from the molten plastic after injection. Efficient cooling is essential for faster cycle times and better part quality. Ejector pins, the pushers that release the part. Ejector pins are small, slender rods inside an injection mold used to push the cooled, solidified plastic part out of the mold once it opens. I don't think people understand the importance of guide pins and bushings in the plastic injection molding process. Guide pins and bushings are crucial mold components that ensure precise alignment between the two halves of an injection mold, the core and the cavity, thus every time the mold closes. What's something people don't know about how a mold is made? It all starts with engineering design. Every detail of the part and shrinkage, mold run, flow lines, cooling is modeled in CAD. Part design and analysis. The process starts with the design of the plastic part using CAD software. Engineers analyze the design for moldability, draft angles, wall thickness, undercuts, and shrinkage. A mold flow simulation is often done to predict how plastic will fill the mold and cool. Why are there not more people talking about mold design and material selection? Mold design. Based on the part design, a mold designer creates the mold layout, core, cavity, runners, gates, cooling channels, ejector system, decide mold type 2-plate, 3-plate, hot runner, etc. and number of cavities. Produce detailed CAD models and engineering drawings of mold components. Material selection. Mold-based materials are usually hardened steel or aluminum for prototype molds. I bet you didn't know how crucial tool steels and machining are in creating everyday products. Tool steels like P20, H13, and S7 are common for cores and cavities due to their hardness and durability. Machining and fabrication. Rough machining involves large blocks of steel being cut to shape using CNC milling and turning. Electrical discharge machining, or EDM, is used for precise cavity and core shapes, especially for those complex features. Then there's grinding and polishing, which provides surface finishing for smooth cavity surfaces. This is critical for part quality. Lastly, drilling and tapping create holes for cooling channels, ejector pins, and guide pins. You need to hear this if you're curious about how everyday products are made. Assembly. Machined parts like the core, cavity, mold base, runners, and the ejector system are all assembled. Cooling lines, ejector pins, guide pins, and other components are then installed. The mold halves are checked for alignment and movement at the testing and trial run. The mold is installed on an injection molding machine. A test run or first article inspection is conducted to produce sample parts. Adjustments are made to fix any defects such as short shots, flash, or warping. You need to hear this if you're a perfectionist. It takes dozens of hours to machine a single mold, often from hardened steel, but the result, a tool capable of producing millions of parts with micrometer precision. I bet you didn't know how everyday plastic products are made. Here's what a typical molding cycle looks like. Clamping. Mold halves close. Injection. Molten plastic fills the cavity. Cooling. Internal water lines extract heat. Mold opening. Ejection. Pins push out the finished part from the core. What's something people don't know about cycle time and production volume? A full cycle can take anywhere from 5 to 60 seconds depending on part size and material. Some machines run 24/7, producing thousands of parts per hour. You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding different types of plastics. The type of plastic matters. Different resins behave differently under pressure and heat. ABS strong, impact resistant. Polypropylene or PP lightweight, flexible. Nylon durable, heat resistant. Polycarbonate clear, tough. TPE soft, rubber-like. I bet you didn't know each resin needs different temperatures, flow rates, and cooling times, which must be factored into the mold design. Injection molding is used across nearly every industry: automotive, dashboards, clips, housings, medical, syringes, inhalers, surgical tools, consumer goods, toys, containers, electronics, aerospace, lightweight, composite brackets. You need to hear this if you're a manufacturer. Mold, reliability, and accuracy are critical. One bad mold can shut down an entire production line. You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding how everyday products are made. So, what did we learn? Precision molds shape the world. Built using CNC, EDM, and simulation. Each mold is custom designed, high volume, low cost production, endless applications. Why are there not more people talking about plastic injection molds? They are the unsung heroes of modern manufacturing. Enjoyed the deep dive? Like, subscribe, and drop a comment below if you want a part 2, maybe a full teardown or a tour inside a mold making facility. I don't think people understand the complexity behind everyday plastic products. This is UG Mold Tech, and now you know what's really going on inside a plastic injection mold.